Sports. Standing with me is Timmy Cullen from the Rock Aqua Jays. Timmy, your family totally participating in this sport. Your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters. But what's your role?
Well, Mark, I do some jumping, barefooting, and doubles. You know, some think I have it hard, but my brother Brian, he's really in the spotlight being the announcer.
Thanks, Tim. He's right. My job is to sell the show to the audience, and that's what it's all about, making it an entertaining package. But someone who makes my job a whole lot easier is my other brother, Todd.
Well, Mark, I ski in about 6 or 7 acts in the show, everything from barefooting to pyramids to trios, little jumping, 360 around the boat. But we couldn't all get off the dock without the help of my dad, Tom Cullen.
That's right, Todd. Without a good, steady pull off the dock, you wouldn't be able to complete the fine skiing that you guys do, and that all revolves in how much of a teamwork sport this really is.
If you ski to your best ability and perform to the best, I'll deliver 5,000 people on their feet at the end of the show, reclaiming the national championship right here in January.
Back here in the exhibitors area. You need to get back here because the home team is on the water and they are about to light it up with 3 barefoot pyramids coming across the surface of the Rock River.
Now, we have seen bigger numbers, Mark, but not built in a pyramid. That was really impressive. 3 two-tier barefoot pyramids.
And if you could pick an ideal way to start out your ski show, they certainly did. They're off to a tremendous start. Sliding back, barefoot start, up and away he goes. The water is good. The crowd's on their feet. They're ready to tear this thing up.
Their show theme is the River of Dreams, and boy, what a dream it would be to add title number 10 to their trophy case. That's right, they have won 9 national titles, by far the most of any team in the sport's history.
Dan, as you can see with the crowd behind me, it's standing room only. In fact, it's so crowded, they actually had to build some bleachers on the opposite side of the river, as you can see. Dan, we'll be back with more action right after this.
In many ways, this team is synonymous with the National Show Ski Championships. This is the hometown Rock Aqua Jays. And Mark, you were just over on the other side of the river, and I know for the first time in this 2-day event, those bleachers were also full. We are pushing 10,000 people lined along the shores of this river, cheering on the hometown team. And here they come, a beautiful finish for their ballet line.
And bringing them to their feet is the landing, and that's one of the hardest things for these ballet lines to do, is to come in such symmetry, and Janesville just did a perfect job.
These guys have got their helmets on, which means they must be going over that 5.5-foot ramp.
35 miles an hour. Oh, just a little back on his landing. Lost his ski, but the boat driver helped pull him out of that. But that's okay. They'll swing back around, pick up the ski, and head on.
They are coming back around right now. The guy on the far left side of your screen, he has that rope wrapped around his waist, and there they go.
Flip heli gainer, showing a little bit of technical expertise. That is a terrifically difficult maneuver to perform.
Always acknowledging the crowd. They ski for the crowd. They do not ski for themselves. They ski for the love of being involved in this sport. We've got a couple of dock starts, and that was a pickup. We had those 3 jumpers out on the water. They picked up 2 more. What are they going to do as they approach the ramp with 5 jumpers?
Now look down to the right-hand side. The most we've had out there, 3 and 4. This time, there's 5 guys out there. Let's cheer those boys on. They can hear you out there. Few people down here. Let's cheer them on. They can hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man around the jump team. Get ready to go. That rope's up. The speed's up. Here they go. It's the high-flying jumpers.
Hey, look at that, Mark. The 2 outside skiers actually put one ski off the edge of the ramp, and they landed it.
30 feet of skis off a 14-foot wide jump. Dan, you figure it out.
Let me see, 30, 14 divided by 5 by the degree of difficulty. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Just as they are now doing a flying dock backwards barefoot start, they're up, and that's going to rack up some points. Speaking of points, Mark, Rock Aqua Jays, they have been doing a terrific job of piling on the points. How do you think they compare to Badgerland right now?
One of the things that they're doing so well is they're capitalizing on the momentum. The skiers get excited, the crowd gets excited, and they're continuing to build upon that. with that momentum, they're in a great position to be in contention for first place.
And they just continue to dazzle this crowd. A couple of very young barefooters. In fact, she is just 11 years of age.
Far left-hand side, big Timmy Sevilla, planting those feet, kicking up a little sand. It looks
Comes another
great.
barefooter.
Taking off.
Man, he was up very swift.
Well, actually too quick, because you can see he fell in the drink. He tried to plant his feet too fast and ultimately went out the front. Now here's part of the endless variety of Janesville's show. Actually, it's a different version of the beach barefoot start. It's a flying dock start, and the difficulty is tied to the depth you go down underneath the water. The boat driver did a good job.
Are you getting ready for this? 42 miles per hour. They're going to jump out of 2. 1, 2, 3. It's the jump out of 2 team.
And you just can't believe how difficult the two-ski jump out is in that choppy water, because you're not guaranteed good water like you are in barefoot competition.
And look at this conventional double line. And I really like the costuming here. Very formal at this point of the show.
Well, one of the things that Janesville does so well is when they put a doubles act out on the water, they complement it with swivel skiers. They have trio, as we're seeing take off the dock here, and it really tests the boat's equipment. J.R. Wilson was telling me that they are pushing the threshold of the equipment's ability to get all the skiers out on the water.
And there are so many skiers. That's the phenomenal part. 207 total team members for the Rock Aqua Jays.
And they said that they have their full staff back here. They have the core people, the Jerry Lightings, the Rich LeCounts, the guys and girls that have been around forever and ever. They provide a great base, and they have a feeder program for the kids in the show that brings them up, that provides a very solid base for the years to come as well.
And what do you think they're paid for all of their hard work throughout the long winter months as they practice inside gymnasiums and get set for their season? Not a penny. This is truly a labor of love.
Dan, I'm down here with Bob Burkholz, the president of the Rock Aqua Jays. Bob, teamwork on the water is certainly very important, but teamwork off the water to put an event of this magnitude together, impressive.
Oh, absolutely. We have a couple hundred club members, and everybody has a job, and they get at it. They know what their job is, and they really get it done.
Well, this work and all this effort, I mean, we're expecting thousands of people here. Started when? A week ago?
Yeah, about a week ago, Mark, things started showing up in the park, and we've been working on it since then, and it'll take 3 days to get it to put away.
Well, certainly champions on the water, off the water as well. Dan, back to you.
Thanks, Mark. I'm looking at the Rock Aqua Jays fact sheet, and under strategies for this year's team, they have listed in bold letters, have fun. And they are certainly doing that, and you know what? All this fun just might add up to another national title.
Folks, let's give them some encouragement. Here they come. It's the River of Dreams around the boat team. Hitting that apex whip up to 48, almost 50 miles per hour. Hang on, boys. You're going for a ride. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys around the boat.
They got 4 coming back, so that was successful as well. Everything they have done, we have really seen no major problems so far in this show.
And the few problems that we have seen, Dan, they've covered them up or they've skied through them. The confidence says it all. And here's a great example of the junior feeder program and the quality we see on the water. And that water is rough. Just watch the water buffet her around. 11 years old, maintains her confidence even at that age.
A little bit older, but the result is the same. Strong, confident, and just as importantly, piling up the points for the Rock Aqua Jays, skiing in front of a full capacity crowd on a beautiful day in Janesville, Wisconsin.
You know, Dan, these girls make this look so easy, but you have to think of it this way. They're atop the ski, a binding that turns 360 degrees. I mean, that's tough enough just on dry land, let alone on a ski.
As a matter of fact, I heard that with all of your experience, the first time you tried to swivel ski, you couldn't get up. Is that true?
I hate to admit it, but it is a truism.
These are the Adagio doubles.
And here we have Rich LeCount performing a tabletop 360. And Rich is the proud new father
Of a baby boy or girl?
A baby girl.
And Rich also happens to be the show director for the Rock Aqua Jays.
Now here's a discipline that the Rock Aqua Jays have always excelled in. Adagio doubles. The difficulty here, tabletop 360 being performed by Jerry Lighting and his wife Kathy. And the action continues to grow. Coming in from the right, Brian Cullen performing a sit into a drape. Perfectly executed into a pop-over attitude.
And as you can see, another perfect example of the Rock Aqua Jays being able to keep all of the action in front of the crowd. There's never a dull moment. There is never any empty space.
Believe it or not, there's a great deal of training that goes on off the water as well. A quality performance on the water is preceded by a lot of practice in the gym, lifting weights, and training with their partners. Very, very similar to ice skating. Dan, a terrific performance so far. According to my notes, the Rock Aqua Jays are in the running. They're certainly in contention for first place.
They'll wrap it up with one more around the boat, this time backwards, and a final goodbye to the crowd. We'll be back with more after